The TGC Tours Platinum Tour brings us to the farmersonly.com wide open. So that means we've got a chance, right? Is being held at the current Farmers Open locale, Torrey Pines South. We've got back tees here for round one, high winds out of the north, very firm fairways, very firm greens that are fast. So things are going to be quick. It's an official course, though, so things can go one of two ways. It can be very manageable, or it can destroy you by changing the green conditions up like this. So we're going to try on a course like this. Fairways are premium. So right down the center of the fairway is where we're going to try and go, and let's get this thing underway. We will take that strike. We will absolutely take that strike. Good luck. Have as much fun as possible. Ghoul ham fap. Who doesn't love a good ham fap? Sounds peculiar enough. Sounds peculiar enough. But thank you guys for being here on Twitch and on YouTube. You guys have been greatly supporting me lately. It has been awesome to see. So thank you guys so much. 125 in. So we either have to stretch this sand wedge through the wind, or we got to bring this gap wedge back. We've got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind here, which on the gap wedge, it might play close to it, which is still a few long. The flip side, sand wedge, we've got to stretch quite a bit here. But I do think that the sand wedge stretch feel like if we get that going, we should have a better time than the gap wedge. I definitely, I don't know what that swing was. Little push fast, under hit it. We do get a little release onto the green, so we get away with it. But I definitely let my wits get away from me here. 9-footer, little bit of right to left break. Looks like we've got slight downhill into slight uphill. I think on 155s, I could probably just about leave the marker. All right, I think it's going to be about here. Let's see if that's correct. Oh, okay. So that one stays a little bit high. So gonna have to keep that in mind going forward here. Don't love taking the par there, but it just didn't quite jump out as much to the left on the start of that. Okay, so if we take a 3-wood here, we're gonna bounce through. Lob wedge with wind. I actually think that's probably a pretty good play. So let's make sure we find ourselves a fairway here. All right, a little bit more right fairway, but we are in the clear with that shot. So now we have 102. See, this is just about perfect because we've got this 111, got about 10 in to play in diagonal. I don't think it's going to quite play 10. But we've got a pretty sharp lie out to the right. Which I think is going to make it play a little bit more and just give it some backspin. It's a good strike. Good line. Bite. Okay. We missed the first one, but now we've got 6 feet Get her just outside the hole. Slam her home. So that one actually breaks a little bit more. We're in the hole, but like we're making mental notes here on the first couple of holes, how the greens are playing. Somewhere in between those two reads is hopefully going to be our happy place for a lot of these putts. Fix my short putting then? Debatable. I'm trying to be a little more aggressive with it, but it still scares the crap out of me being on the left side there as it's breaking. This goes down to about 200 from elevation, and then about 185 probably plays a little bit more. So we're going to be short with the 7-iron. 6-iron, though, elevation takes us to about 210. It's probably not even playing 15 back in. So 210, 196. So I think the 6-iron, I'm going to loft up a little bit. I think that's the way we want to play this. Good ball. Oh, we're hanging out to the right. Wind just never quite brought it. We're going to have another sidewinder. Distance control was pretty good just because of the fairway there. Probably with that elevation downhill, I could have played it stock. But just way overcommitted to what I thought was going to play right to left off of that little diagonal headwind. So we've got, this is going to break quite a bit. And you're just kind of tapping it, so you've got to make sure that like on these, the early part of this break as you're hitting it, you know, it's falling so swiftly to the inside. Big putt. Big, big putt. Okay. This is all going to feed right to left, so I'm going to play it here. That should hopefully find right edge of the fairway and feed over left. Obviously, it looks like I was a little bit misjudging, so if we would have missed that out to the right, we would have just put ourselves straight into the bunker. But like I said, if we can find fairways, greens are going to be so much easier to find because the way this course is designed, you get out into the sand or the heavy rough, suddenly you have a hard time coming into a lot of these greens. So making sure our tee shots are in order is going to go a long, long way through the course of this round. A little bit of elevation. It's the tough part here is like, I think the wind, even on the uphill, is going to take us just a little bit further. I'm going to play the loft up like that. Yeah, I'm going to play this stock. The green goes right to left. If we end up a little bit left, it's an uphill putt. If it's right to left, hopefully it goes right to left towards the hole. A little bit fast. It's still coming back over. We're just a little bit long. Yeah, 101 fast. Wind still played just a little bit more. So we keep leaving ourselves these breaking putts. Which just ends up being a lot about trying to determine, like, how high do you have to actually start this putt in order to get the job done, which it ends up typically being pretty high. That's firm compared to what I wanted it to be. But apparently that little bit of extra power was exactly what we needed to make that putt happen. So either it's a misread on the input or, you know, just a misfeeling there. It's either exactly what we wanted it to be or it was off and a little bit lucky. Either way, it's in the bottom of the cup, and we've got 3 under through 4. A little bit fast, which is now going with the wind, but we're going to end up center fairway here. At the end of the day, we really, you know, as dumb as it may sound, we really do want this round to be as boring as possible, because as boring as possible means you've played fairways and greens, you've just played like a very steady hand. Now, 154, 145... Could play a little bit shorter because we're actually well over here. And with this hill, we give just a little bit of D-loft, I think. Oh, I underhit it. Need that extra little bit to be right up at the hole, but we have an uphill look from here. So even though we're a little bit underpowered, we might just be able to slam this one up and in. Looks like it's a little bit shifting right to left. I think we just go pace. Like, just... Yes, there's little wiggles back and forth. Just don't give it any time to play any of it. I want no parts of that. I want absolutely no parts of that. Okay. A little pull fast, but I think if it doesn't kick left, we're okay. Yeah, the only way we get in trouble there is if we take a left-hand kick and end up in that bunker. Now, because we didn't have that happen, now we've got a chance to try and find an eagle. 185 approach shot are the types of approaches that you dream of. Honestly, you dream of like the wedge approach on a par 5. Those ones are awesome. You don't get them a lot, but when you do, oh man. All right, I'm not going to try and mess with it too much. I'm going to put full backspin on this. I do think more than likely we're going to be a little bit long, but I don't think we want to risk being short and hitting the fringe. Oh, a little bit pushed. A little bit pushed. We end up hitting the fairway anyway, but maybe now that we've gone deep enough, we can get a little bit of help from this backstop. Come on down. Come on down. It's like pin high. Things you love to see. All right, you have to make this happen. 4 foot. 4 foot for eagle. I'm going firm. Going firm. I think I have to, on those really short ones, just always be in the mindset of trying to hammer it home. Okay, we have not had a start like this in some time. Another fairway. All right, well, now we're going to see exactly what happens when you miss. So we get a slow input there. Not a good pin to have this happen on either. Okay, so... Oh, man, yeah, this is so bad. This is so bad. I have to pretty much... Oh, boy. We're pretty much trying to play this to center green. Oh! Tree didn't play? Okay. Tree not playing there is as ideal as it gets for us. Is as ideal as it gets for us. Can you imagine if we scramble our way to a birdie on that and just keep rolling? Good effort. Honestly, that's a great effort. That's not even just good. I'm going to give that a great. Okay. So Wynn's going to play a little bit, but we're pretty much looking at like just barely carrying this pin. You do have a backstop, so if you play this a little bit more to the right, this backstop seems to work your way down over here. Just can't be short. Which, obviously, with a shot like this, we're going to be short. So I think 8-iron, a little bit of that, and like full backspin, and then it's just play it to the right of the hole and watch it feed. Ooh. Little bit iffy on the input there. Pulled it. So we've got a tough putt ahead of us. Definitely have a tough putt ahead of us. Big, big breaker. So it's like, it falls off so much. I'm trying, like, we've been having a real good time with envisioning these putts thus far. I'm hoping we can manage another one here. Feels like it's more severe, like, just to the left of where I'm... Just to the left of where I'm aiming right now. Okay, I was... Oh, no, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. It was just a little bit over-aimed. Did have quite a bit of curl at the end. All right. No slows. No slows allowed. There we go. I don't even know that you're getting this one. Like, unless you hit an overpower... I mean, it's 300 back there. Oh, well, we've got a good lie. So maybe on second thought... Maybe on second thought you can. Now you just have to hit your swing. But this is suddenly something that we're very much so considering. So that's 85% plus the spin. So we're probably carrying about 260. Which is about 30 yards shy. In the fairway here. Yeah, I'm gonna take this shot. Oh, I pulled it. Kick right. I think it does kick right. Just ever so slightly. All right, it was close. It was close. Just a little bit off on the input there. But I still think that that's the play, because we end up in the bunker pretty close by, which just means we should hopefully have just like a simple splash. Yeah, it's gonna be about like 6 yards. Oh, I hit that under. All right. Now we've got work left. Now we've got work left. And it's one of those ones that just like does the tiniest little movement the whole way, which makes it, in my opinion, pretty dang hard to get correct. Dang it. I thought I gave it enough. All right, so that's just a bad splash shot. Bad splash shot, bad putt. Just did not catch all of it. Oh, so that's such a big right to left kick. I think with the way that this slopes and everything, though, that if I go the route, I think I'm going to go try and play for the left with full loft. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Gosh darn it. So this is the difference. This is the difference. We were firing on all cylinders coming out the gate, and then all of a sudden we start missing some fairways and some tempos, and here we are. Yeah, we're scrambling on every single hole. So you could easily see here what the difference between the phenomenal round is and the round where people are blowing up. So we got to scramble out of here and then try and steady the ship. Apparently that swing plane was just out to the right, so here we are. It's a splash shot at redemption. Splash shot at redemption. Make sure that we give this just enough. Come on! Give it to me. I thought, my luck, I thought that was going to park itself. I thought that was going to park itself on the rim and just stop. Boost Vike, what's going on? Oh, man. Okay. Now we need, now's the time. Now's the time for the swing to return. We're in between clubs. Gotta ask why the crank's off on that splash shot, but you'll wait until the next one? Because I'm just trying to play it to stop, and it's only gonna roll back a little bit. But yeah, that one goes in, so. Alright, 4-iron here is definitely short, and then you've got the long uphill putt. 3 hybrid. Yeah, see, it's into the 240s. I mean, let's see here. Let's say it's 9 miles an hour, right? Let's just landed there. The only problem is, like, I don't know what to do, because, like, if I'm long and I'm in the rough, we're dead. But, like, I have to also still kind of go for the green. So I don't know if this is just like I shouldn't ever try and go after it because I have a good chance of going long. We're kind of on a shelf. This is actually like where I would hope to miss. I mean, you've got the right to left, but you're not in too bad a shape. So on this, like, you have the first part of the putt breaking, and then it's pretty steady the rest of the way. That would have been stealing one on the field. That would have been stealing one on the field to birdie that. That was such a good effort. All right. Long par 4. I'm going to give it the backspin treatment. Just got to hit the swing. Pushed it a little bit. It's a baby fast, though. If this doesn't get any kick to the left, it's not good. Oh. Need that. Good kick, good kick. Completely changes the complexion. Completely changes the complexion here. See, now it's like a situation where the wind is in a little bit. Very much so changes how this plays. Because now I actually feel like I need a little bit of D-loft. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because it's definitely not 10, but it's certainly not negligible. Okay, here we go. Little fast. This sits below the hole, though. This will be like a nice little uphiller. Just enough break on it to make me upset. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We gotta go aggro. It's firm. Firmly up and in. Firmly up and in. All right, par 5. 8 under through 12. That's a pretty solid start, especially considering we like started to come off, you know, come off the rails a little bit. Solid swing. Should find fairway here. Now, I think this is one we're going to have to lay up. I don't believe this is reachable. Yeah, 305. If we had the 90% live, then maybe. I remember we made a putt on TrueSim from over here to this pin. Probably the sickest putt of my TrueSim career. Like a 60-something footer. Just me and the green. But I don't think we're going to be able to put ourselves into that position today. Because best I can give you is about 270. So uphill a bit. Let's see. Now, do you want to go 3-wood or hybrid? It's not really a great lie going back. But I get more. I think I would prefer it. I'm going to go hybrid. I think it would just work out better. Club selection wise, I think having a full wedge when the lie is as tight as that, I don't really want to be shaping the pitch shot. Although apparently I can't judge things because it is downhill there, so we are on the pitch shot. Anywho, now this got real tough because we've got an uphill lie with uphill to the hole. Yeah, this is not gonna be pretty. 80, yeah, so we're long with the gap wedge pitch. Ooh. How the turntables, or how the turntables have turned. How the turns have tabled, whatever modified saying of that you want to go with. The lie shouldn't play too much. But we really are just trying to be up on this shelf. If I can get back here and maybe spin it back a little bit, that would be cool. Like the wind in the face should maybe play a little bit. All right. Gonna try it like this. Hopefully it's not too much spin, but a little fast, so that distance is gonna be screwy. Yeah, not enough to grab off of the fringe, but it's okay. This is actually like reasonable enough of a putt if we can read it right. We're not in the light rough. Anything long enough to put us in the rough would have been a tough sell. Now, the real question is, like, how far downhill is it? Because continues to roll. I'm hoping I gave it the right pace, because I think the line should be good. You've got to be kidding me! Alright, that's 2 par 5s that have gotten the best of us. I really thought I had the break right on that one. Truly, truly. Alright, that's a good strike. Should be down center fairway yet again. Maybe a little bit of redemption here with the pitch shot. This time 71. We do have some tailwind and it'll have some bounce. But should be able to more or less go straight at it. Oh, a little fast again, but I do like this. Give me the bounce. Then it'll bite. It's okay. It's okay. Not quite as far as I'm hoping for, so now we do have some break. It's a 5-footer. I'm gonna go more aggressive. I am gonna go more aggressive just to try and take some of this break out. I just have to make sure that whatever we read, we leave it that it's still gonna go in. Like that's the big thing. I don't want to like end up being like, we're gonna play more pace and then just blast it past the high side of the hole. That's definitely never a good game plan. No. I need the kick left again. This time we're gonna kick from the light rough though, so we should be good. Yeah. Okay, cutting it close down that side. Not a huge fan of playing it that way, but it'll work. It'll get the job done. Okay, so ball plays left. Ball plays left a bit. Wind plays right. Slightly uphill. think I'm okay with that part of it. Now it's just like, we're gonna get a few yards, but it's like the bounce and release, which is on a slope up to the pin. So I want to be careful, because like it's probably not going to release all that much, but you don't want to be like so low that you come back down or anything. That's a good strike. The wind actually did come into play a little bit more here, but we might just be pin high. So we're off the mark a bit from the wind. It's not as flat as I thought once you get up here. Okay, so this is a tough one, because we've got to bend it like Beckham. We've got to bend it like Beckham here, and then make sure that we're not like super low, because if we're low on this putt, you best believe that we might be rolling away and all of a sudden looking at a long par putt up the hill. So right to lefter. I mean, you're essentially just tapping it, right? I think you got to give it a good amount. I'm still low on that, aren't I? Stay. Thought I gave it enough. That's a really tough putt. It's a really tough putt, but I don't know. I think the lie in my head was going to take it a little more left than that, and I just couldn't commit to anything more. 222, wind is going to play more, but I think with it being a 4-iron, I think you just play it something like here. It should land short and hopefully just roll up nicely to the hole. The fairway is either going to make or break this. Yeah, it gives just enough extra on that 4-iron, but like I can't stretch the 4-iron without like an overpower to land it on the green. So I feel like we were always sort of destined for this putt coming back, which seems like it's actually just breaking more so on the right to left. I think even though we've got a little bit of this left to right here, I think most of it which I know it seems like I'm playing this a ton. But you're hitting it so gently. All right, so we're on an every other score here down the back nine. I'd like to finish it off maybe with like birdie eagle. That would be pretty cool. It's going to be a tough sell though. 18 is a tough one to get the eagle on. Depending on how that hole is situated with the wind is going to have a lot to do with how we're able to attack it. If we're going to be able to get to that green in two. Okay. This is not a simple task. We're kind of in an awkward spot here. Like, gap wedge pitch, you're losing a few yards. I don't know that the wind is really getting you now. If you got it here and bounced and rolled it down, that would be great. But that feels like I don't know. This feels like a play that could backfire trying to run it that much. What's our other option, though? Like, other option is lob wedge with full loft, full backspin. Because that shot takes you, like... Maybe not even. Maybe just, like, full loft and half backspin. Take you close to pin high. I think I'm going to take that. Oh, I did need full backspin. Carried a little bit further. So you got that wind. I don't know. I just didn't like trying to just barely squeeze it on. I just didn't want to, like, zip off the green. But I got a little bit more carry on that than anticipated. 4 inches down. Oh, boy. 4 inches down and with it down behind. I mean, you're hitting it so gently that you've got to think that... I mean, you think about how little we hit that last one and how much it was able to break. I mean, you're talking in a similar sense. Gotta start this outside so that at the very end it can work its way towards the hole and go in! Ooh! I thought we were missing that one low. But it held up just enough. Alright, making some putts here this round. Ooh, we do get the tailwind. We do get the tailwind. I'm not going for an overpower because I'm just not good like that. But we are going to go backspin here, try and squeeze as much distance out of this as we can. As long as we don't get a crazy kick left here. Stay in the fairway. Can't draw it up any better. So 203, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now we've got an iron in. So that birdie eagle finish, it's on the cards. It's on the cards. McTree says get more albatrosses. I do agree with him that that's like a really good strategy. I just don't know if I can pull it off. But we sure as heck can try, you know? I guess we pulled it a little bit there. It's going to make it a pretty difficult putt. Because we're pretty close up, but it's going to be a lot of left to right from here. A lot of left to right, but we are up the hill, so... see what we can muster up here. So, like, you have that. Dang, just a little bit low. Just a little bit low. But coming out the gates with the 12 under, we sputtered out just a little bit there on the front nine. But that's a solid round. That's a solid round. That's probably as good of a first round as we've had in a number of weeks. So, very solid start. Now we got to build from here.